welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Olivia and today I'm going to be doing another Liv's Kitchen where we do like a little bake with me thing, and today I'm going to be making vegan cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls are like one of my favourite foods, but I've never made them before, so this is going to be very exciting. I've got my laptop down here with the recipe on it. I'm using a recipe from Tasty. So I will link the recipe down below, so I'm just gonna get started. So there are kind of like three parts to this recipe. There's making the dough, making the filling and making the icing. So I'm gonna do it in kind of three parts because that's the way the recipe does it. So I will start with the dough. The ingredients you will need for the dough are 2 cups or 480 ml of dairy-free milk, half a cup or 115 grams of dairy-free butter, which we're going to melt in a minute, 50 grams or a quarter cup of caster sugar, 1 packet of yeast, teaspoon of salt, and 5.5 cups of plain flour, but you want it split into 5 cups and a half. That works out as a total of 690 grams. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is melt your butter. So this is my butter here, and so you're going to want to melt that just in the microwave. Okay, so once you've got your butter all melted, you're going to want to get a really big bowl and you're going to pop your melted butter in the bowl. Along with the melted butter, you're also going to pop in your milk and your sugar. And you're going to whisk that mixture all together.
It's a syndicate at night, blasting playpen in the daytime. Goosebumps right.
I also just want to apologise. My dad has decided this would be a really perfect time to hammer things into our house, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. But yeah, so once you've whisked that all in, you're going to want to take your 1 packet of dry active yeast, which I just put into this little egg cup, and just sprinkle it evenly over the top of that mixture. And just let that sit for 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
Alexa, off. So now you're going to add just into this mixture 5 cups of your plain flour. And there's no need to sieve the flour, the lumps will work themselves out anyway. And you're also going to pop in 1 teaspoon of salt. And once you've done that, just give it all a really good mix until it's very well combined with a wooden spoon.
It's at 9 and settle back down at sunrise. Cut the cord at noon and say you'll be back soon. Tut, no worries, please get back early. Head out with
So the recipe here is really clear that you mix until it is just combined. So once the ingredients are combined, we're going to cover this over with a tea towel and just let it sit in quite a warm place to rise for 1 hour. Alexa, set a timer for 1 hour.
1 hour, starting now.
So just while the dough is rising, I prepared brown sugar, cinnamon and more vegan butter, and I also greased our pan with plenty of vegan butter. So our timer has just gone off and this is what it's looking like. It's looking good. The recipe says after 1 hour the dough should nearly have doubled in size, which I would say it has. Then we remove the towel and add the additional half a cup, which is like 95 grams of flour. So I'm just going to pop that in. And a tiny bit more salt. And then stir that through with a wooden spoon until just combined. Okay, so now is also the time you're going to want to preheat your oven. So if you have a fan oven like us, you're going to want to preheat to about 170 Celsius. And as same thing happened last time, sorry about the noise in my oven, it's really loud, I can't do anything about that. But yeah, now you're going to want to flour your surface and start kneading. So I will just pop like a little bit of plain flour on the surface and then just knead it like really lightly just for a little minute.
Champagne and dresses and let's get girly. Ta-ta, no worries. Please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. It's some booze, fuel teenage ground. Running from pub to club like blood.
So then I'm just going to roll out the dough with a rolling pin until it's just like a square rectangle shape.
Downs from 10 to 6 a.m. and no one knows how to start them. Hold your drinks.
Okay, so now you've got this really big like dough thing. You're going to spread the vegan butter over it like really evenly, and then sprinkle over the brown sugar and cinnamon.
One and help the one who's gone. Ta-ta, no worries. Please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. Ta-ta, no worries. Please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly.
Then you want to try and like roll up the dough either from this end or this end.
Let's get girly.
Then you're gonna just get like a little knife and trim off the ends.
Let's get girly.
And then just slice it up.
With a hangover to 10 p.m. I'll say I'll never go again. Ta-ta, no worries.
So then you're just going to pop those in a warm place and cover them with a tea towel again to rest for another 30 minutes.
Please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly.
Okay, you guys, so they've just been under this little tea towel now for 30 minutes and I'm gonna put them in the oven. Okay, so I've just popped the cinnamon rolls in the oven. I'm so excited. The recipe says to bake them for 25 to 30 minutes, but some of the comments like under it say like some people only bake them for 20. So I've set a timer for 20 minutes and I'm gonna like check on them at 20, and then if I still think they want like a bit more time, then I can just put them back in. But they just says they should be like a golden brownie thing, but I quite like, I don't know if I'm weird, but like I think cinnamon rolls are kind of nice if they're like a tiny, like teensy bit underdone rather than overdone. So just while the cinnamon rolls are cooking, we're going to make the frosting. So the frosting calls for 1 cup or 160 grams of icing sugar, 2 tablespoons of dairy-free milk, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract.
Ta-ta, no worries. Please get back early. Head out with champagne and dresses and let's get girly. Let's get girly. Let's get girly.
So it's been probably about 32-ish minutes since the cinnamon rolls went in the oven, and I just lifted them out and they They smell so good, honestly, you guys. So I just have to put the icing on now and then they are good to go.